1% is going to children with disabilities.
Sherry Sylvester with the Texas Public Policy Foundation says the vouchers are working so well that next session, it's likely the program will be expanded. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's 7:09. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. And Elon Musk, our neighbor, says, hey, the next Starship launch might provide us a special feature. More entertainment there at Starbase. We'll tell you what it is coming up right after AccuWeather. And we want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang over at Martin Farm and Ranch. Grow them right with Purina certified feed, balanced mineral nutrition for your herd at Martin Farm and Ranch. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. And, oh, my goodness, I don't see one single drop of moisture of relief in this forecast. 105 today. Tomorrow, next day, 106. Oh, goody. By Thursday, 105 by Friday. So long-range forecast, 7 to 14 down the road. Any relief from the computers? From
Nothing. Just heat. Just heat.
Wow.
Heat.
August is just going to be painful, I guess, for at least the next 2 weeks, right? That's what the pattern.
Yeah, I ran it out 2 weeks, and I mean, the next chance for rain looks to be maybe Thursday of next week at this point.
Which would be what, like a cloud cover or maybe a little bit of rain or something from the tropics or what?
No, just a morning shower in spots, a little rain in the afternoon, shower in spots that in the evening.
Ooh-wee.
So a little something coming through, but again, that's la la land as far as the forecast is concerned, almost 2 weeks out.
So we're bone dry and super hot. Same thing for the entire state of Texas. Then be careful out there. Right?
Yes,
If
indeed.
you're traveling anywhere across the state of Texas. All right. And tropical update, quiet as well, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
Caribbean.
All quiet in the Atlantic, and anything in the Pacific is moving westward or not expected to bring any impacts to mainland Mexico directly either. So,
well, there you go. That is your 710 KURV exclusive AccuWeather with a forecast. Hot, super hot. Dangerously hot, and just be prepared and take plenty of refreshments for you.
The only precipitation will be the sweat dripping off of you.
That and it's going to be nasty. So you guys be careful. We got a heat alert, and big thank you to Lee's Pharmacy North and South McAllen for presenting the heat alert on 710 KURV. Let's see what's on the national menu before I need to let you go. Let's see here. National Chicken Finger Day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for reminding me. I need to take my chicken tenders out of the freezer. I was going to make
thaw them for dinner.
Yeah, I was going to thaw them out for dinner and make chicken tender cutlets.
Yeah, you could either
tenders.
Well, leave them on the stove, I suppose, or put them inside the truck. I figure they'll be done within 30 minutes. They might even be cooked if you stick them in the truck for about 30 minutes. And it's National Creme Brulee Day.
Ooh.
Crispy sugar on top of that custard.
Get out the blowtorch.
Yeah, and National Scotch Day. Take a swig. It's a National Scotch Day as well. All right, pal. I'll check with you next hour. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, and it's just nasty, awful, dangerously hot. Be careful out there. 105 today, and for the next several days, at least 105. Thursday might even be a bit hotter. That is your AccuWeather forecast. Time is 7:12 on the Valley's Morning News. Coming up at 7:16, I've got a delegation from the Mission Economic Development Office in the studio. Money, 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 money. At least 3 different programs that for you in business, in Mission, either already established or about to establish, you got an idea for it, a business. Yeah, there's some money, money, money available for you. And we'll review at least 3 of those programs coming up with Mission Economic Development at around 7:16. As I told you right before AccuWeather, our neighbor, Elon Musk, SpaceX founder, CEO Elon Musk, saying the next Starship, which will be Starship 14, should provide a little extra entertainment. Musk announcing on social media that Starship 14, they will attempt to capture the vehicle on a tower. You know, with those claws, yeah, that's what they're going to do on the next one. Starship 13 accomplished its mission, including the delivery of some satellites for his internet network. Time is 7:13 on the Valley's Morning News. Speaking of internet and all the work related to data centers, Governor Abbott calling for tougher regulations on data centers in Texas. He's hoping to shield Texas residents from the cost of higher energy costs, and the Public Utility Commission and ERCOT have responded.
Back in June, Governor Abbott didn't mince words in telling the Public Utility Commission and ERCOT what he wanted.
We got to protect the grid by requiring data centers to bring their own power, reuse their own water, and lower the cost of electricity.
And now they've followed through, requiring data centers to pay for transmission infrastructure and contribute towards reducing residential electric bills. It also includes directives for the state legislature. The changes are being accepted by the industry, according to Dan Diorio. He's with the Data Center Coalition.
Member companies are already implementing many of the practices that the governor outlined.
Abbott with a statement saying these actions keep our electric bills affordable and protect the water our communities need. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And a heads up from Brinks Security. They do provide some services here in South Texas, also statewide. Brinks Home is warning customers to be on the alert following a cyber attack on that company.
The company, based in Farmers Branch, says hackers gained unauthorized access to part of its IT systems and are now threatening to release information taken during the breach. Company officials say they are now working with cybersecurity experts to determine the scope of the attack. Brinks Home says its alarm monitoring services remain fully operational and say there is no indication as of now that home security products or customer personal information were impacted. Customers are being urged to watch for suspicious emails, text messages, and phone calls requesting personal information, as officials say they will never ask customers to provide sensitive information through unsolicited messages.
That's Emily Capatillo with that report. Time is 7:15, Monday edition of the Valley's Morning News, also live online. You miss any of the information, you could rewind if you join us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live as well. And for those of y'all in business, in Mission specifically, you might do a little bit of the rewind to what was that on some of that money that's available, some of that funding and competitions for money. Mission Economic Development with at least 3 programs coming up next on the Valley's Morning News. This radio station is the one and only station in South Texas for Houston Astros play-by-play. Astros baseball on 710 KURV. Tonight they're on the road still. Let's see, this time it's the Angels. They're in L.A. 8:10 broadcast on 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball. In the studio, I have Mission Economic Development. Now, programming heads up, tomorrow morning, Lord willing, we'll be at a groundbreaking for a massive new project. It's an aluminum recycler manufacturer, and we look forward to that broadcast here on KURV tomorrow morning. Meantime, since there's so much news from Mission EDC, I needed to bring a couple of the top chiefs. Brianna Cáceres is over here, and Belen Guerrero Aguirre is over here. Thanks for stopping by. Now, let's make sure the microphones are all on, Zach. Okay, so we got money available for businesses and Mission. I got at least 3 programs that we need to focus on right now. So let's start downtown. How about that? So tell me about the downtown program.
Thanks for having us,
Yeah,
Sergio.
thanks for stopping by.
I'm going to let Brianna tell us a little bit more about our staple programs, starting with the Downtown Assistance Program, which we just wrapped up this week.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are in our 3rd year of the Downtown Assistance Program, and the whole goal behind this is to really revitalize and rehabilitate the downtown area. It's a historic area and want to, keep that business community, continuing to invest down there, essentially. So we did award 7 businesses downtown, $150,000 total investment. And these businesses could apply for up to $25,000 for whatever it is that they may need for their business.
Okay. And it's more than just facade, right? It's like
right. So they could
need a
do
new fryer, cooker, motor, whatever it is that they
yes,
need.
absolutely. So this
Right.
could be facade improvements, building renovations. If they wanted to purchase any equipment, all of that would apply.
How do you choose the winner or the one who receives the money?
So we have a selection committee that goes through all of the different applications, and based on need, based on what their project is, and it's highly competitive. But just the whole purpose is to revitalize downtown, and that's the goal.
That's an annual program, right?
Right.
So now that it's been awarded, right, you're taking applications for the next cycle?
So it'll open up next summer.
Okay.
So any businesses that are downtown can look on our social media to stay up to date as to when it opens again. So usually it'll be June 1.
Okay. That's Brianna Cáceres. She's the program director at Mission Economic Development. We're providing information on funding that's available to various businesses. That was the Downtown Assistance Program. Okay. Ruby Red Ventures. Boy, that's been around for some time. Ruby Red Ventures competition. So what do you say, Brianna? You want to give me information on that one, or?
Yes. So we are in our 2nd year of the Ruby Red Ventures competition, and we have 9 businesses that are in our cohort currently. We partner up with UTRGV to put these businesses through an accelerator program where they learn how to start a business, how to maintain it. And then towards the end, they're able to compete for up to $25,000 in funding. And so our competition will be happening this September 16th at the Mission Event Center.
Okay.
And do want to note that on that program, what they're focusing on, we've partnered up with UTRGV to do the accelerator program. This is for businesses that are already a little bit more seasoned. They're still kind of in their startup phase, but they are in growth mode. And so UTRGV does a crash course on business on how to scale them and commercialize their business. Then they're going to pitch for prize money to be able to fund all of that growth that they've got going on and all of the things that they learned in that 10-week process. And so it's very exciting. It's kind of like Shark Tank. They give their pitch.
That was what I asked. Which one is the one that has the competition?
Yeah, it's the Ruby Red Ventures competition.
Okay.
Yes. So.
And when is that? When is that?
That one's ongoing currently. And as Brianna mentioned, they'll be pitching September 16th, which is a good segue to our next announcement for at the Small Business Expo.
Okay. You should broadcast that. I mean,
we are, yeah. So you're getting it when we talk about the Small Business Expo. We'll give you a first. We haven't announced it fully, but we're going to give you a sneak peek of what is to be expected,
like Shark Tank style. I mean, you should go online and broadcast that.
The folks will. There's going to be an audience. The entrepreneurs pitch their ideas on how to scale their business, and then there's a panel of judges that scores it. And then they get first, second, third prize. And the top prize is $25,000 to be able to fund your business.
I look forward to the day you can sit down like some heavy hitters and industrialists in the area, the ones that can actually provide a valuation of the company and make offers. I'll give you $100,000 for 5% of your ideas.
Yeah. So like at the Small Business Expo, we're hoping that there's going to be other investors, maybe angel investors that might hear some good ideas that they want to invest in.
All right. That is Belen Guerrero Aguirre. She's the Chief Operations Officer for Mission Economic Development. Okay, a bit more information on the Mission Small Business Expo. So tell me more about that.
So this is the first time that Mission ever has a small business expo. This isn't a new novel concept. Larger communities around the U.S. host small business expos all the time. But you'll be hearing more on our social channels about details. We're hoping to bring together all the businesses in Mission under one roof to provide networking opportunities and educational opportunities. So everything that businesses need to thrive in Mission, a lot of business-to-business networking will take place.
Okay.
We have a keynote speaker, Andrew Davis, who has come to the Seed before to give talks on AI and on productivity for businesses. He's coming back. This guy has been on The Muppets. He's run marketing agencies. He's an author. He's a keynote speaker. So he's coming back to talk about the loyalty loop, which is how small business can capitalize on customer loyalty and how that translates to bigger sales. And bigger sales for us means obviously a growth in the tax base and a growth for Mission. So we're excited to hear what he has to say. We'll have other keynote resource speakers like the SBA and folks that can help businesses get ahead. And then in the afternoon, we'll host the pitch competition so that other small businesses can hear what these entrepreneurs have planned.
That should be fun. It's the Mission Small Business Expo. When and where and how to sign up?
Yeah, that's taking place September the 16th, all day long from 9 to 5:30. More to come on where to register for. You can sign up for a booth. It's $50 to register and reserve your booth if you want to showcase your business. It is completely free to the public to attend, and it'll take place at the Mission Event Center.
Which for me means more free pens for the newsroom and those little squishy things, the little stress relievers that they provide. All these
We're hoping that these activations are more than just passing things out, but a demonstration of what people in Mission make.
That is Belen Guerrero Aguirre. She's the Chief Operating Officer of Mission Economic Development, along with Brianna Cassidy. She's a Program Director for Mission Economic Development. I told you there'd be a lot of money, including the Build Mission Fund. What is that? Who wants to take that one? The Build Mission Fund.
So Ruby Red Ventures Build Mission Fund is a grant program that the MEDC offers annually as well. And it opens up on October 1st. And so this program is open to any business that's within the Mission city limits to apply for up to $15,000 for whatever it is that they may need for their business. So this can be equipment, this can be renovations to the actual building, inventory, hiring employees or training. And again, it's open to any business within the city limits. So that opens October the 1st. And they can apply on our website.
I can see where all these funds would be expanding incrementally in the future, bit by bit. The way we're growing in the economy and more businesses, small business owners opening up operations in the area to meet the growth of the economy and the population in the area. I can see that growing year to year. That's part of the. Yeah. That's a solid portion of the budget at Mission Economic Development.
100%
is to fund small business and startups and the ones that are already up and running.
Yes. Yeah. I think the advantage that businesses have in Mission when they do choose to be in Mission, they have support for the entire life cycle that they exist, right? We have a program for startups, a program for anyone that's downtown that's a little more specialized, and then we have the Build Mission Fund, which is for anyone in Mission. So we know how hard it is to be successful in today's economy. There's a lot of challenges that businesses have to face, and you have to stay innovative, right? And so these funds, we've allocated them ahead of time, made sure that we prioritize that in our budget so that businesses have that resource to stay competitive.
Yeah, and it's small businesses and local ownership, and that business space likely to expand as we see more. For example, tomorrow, program note for KURV, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock hour, we're looking forward to being at the groundbreaking for a $50 million project, which is an aluminum manufacturer recycling, a big company. Very unique training that people have to go through in order. But that's one of several projects that are in Mission. You got Black & Decker expanding, and other big company names also in the Mission area. Those big ones, of course, the smaller companies need to feed into that as well. So that's a multi-pronged approach to business development in the area. Belen Guerrero Aguirre, CEO of Mission Economic Development. Brianna Cassidy, Program Director for Mission Economic Development. I need to ask about the internship program that you have at your office. So
we just wrapped up our summer internship program. This is the first ever program that does internships citywide in the city of Mission. We partnered up with I think it was 12 small businesses,
13.
including 13 small businesses. We also took interns, separate and apart. We allocated some resources for our own interns, but we partnered up with small businesses across Mission. They took in between high school and college student, and they taught them real world experience about what some of the thriving industries in Mission are. And so it was a 6-week program. They were paid interns through the EDC. And yeah, it was anywhere between the automotive industry, art. They worked in economic development with us. What were some of the others?
Radio United actually
Radio
took
United took an
so
intern.
I know
Yeah.
that she's having a really great experience here. And the whole goal was to just kind of fill a gap, and that's why we partnered with small businesses. Is we know that they need the help, the students need the experience, and we wanted to bridge that gap.
And it's all
essentially.
here in the city of Mission.
Yeah.
So they don't ever have to leave home to get that real world experience in competitive industries.
And how many WhatKills were in the system?
It was 13.
13.
But
Yeah.
155 students applied. So again, highly competitive
Very
program,
Wow.
but really, really
So
beneficial.
how did you
for the-
choose? Based on great GPA or what? How did you choose the
The employer
WhatKills?
chose. So
The
this was
I
a
see.
very real world simulation of what it's like to apply for a job,
Yes.
submit your resume, and the best
Go through the
resume
interview
won. Yeah, they got
process.
to interview with the employer,
Excellent
the whole
work.
bit. Yeah.
Excellent work. So even the resume, the
Yes.
application, the resume, the paperwork related, and the interview
Yes.
process. I'm
Yes,
sure
they
played a
got
big role.
asked tough questions, and they got to the best resumes stood out.
Excellent. Let's do a quick recap of the application process for the different programs. Ruby Red Ventures competition that's taking place, and there's more on that coming up before the expo. The Downtown Assistance Program and the Build Mission Fund. Real quick, how do you apply for that? What are some of the deadline dates? Let's do a quick review of that real quick.
Yes, so the Downtown Assistance Program just wrapped up, but businesses in the downtown corridor can always look on our website, on our Facebook pages, to see when applications open, which is usually in the summer. The Ruby Red Ventures Build Mission Fund, they can expect to see applications open up on October 1st. Again, the easiest way to apply is on our website, but if they ever need help with an application, they can always visit the seed and we'd be happy to help. And then Mission Ready, the internship program, students can expect to see those applications open up in the springtime.
So we're already in the next cycle because next summer, next June is, for the downtown.
Mhm.
October is for Ruby Red for the next cycle.
Mm-hmm.
We already have everybody in.
Yes.
So visit, I'm guessing the website, right? The
Yes.
Mission Economic Development.
Yes.
It is
Website.
www.missionedc.com, or you can give us a call at 956-585-0040.
Guys, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
And
Absolutely.
stop by anytime. Brianna Casares and Belen Guerrero Aguirre with Mission Economic Development. And if you missed any of that conversation, do the rewind on Radio Para Mí as we broadcast there, also on the social medias on Facebook, YouTube, and also X. You can rewind, get information on that. This is your station for Astros baseball on 710 KURV. We got a check of sports up next.
All right.
Squeeze it all in. You're hungry, aren't you? You want some breakfast that mom would normally whip up for you, or abuelita. But for some of y'all, well, she's with Jesus now, right? It can't be done. You can't make that call. Mom, I want some tacos. Yeah, that'd be me. But I do have, El Pato, elpato.com is where you can order online. You know where the El Pato is on the way to work. So get you a bag full of wonderful, made fresh, it's all scrumptious breakfast tacos, breakfast patos, as we call them at El Pato. It's Mama's recipe. It's the scrambled egg with some potato, and then you put some extra on there. It could be ham or bacon. Could be barbacoa breakfast tacos as well, if you like it. El Pato waiting for you. It's Mama's recipe. It is so good. It's satisfying. It goes down so good. It's so delicious. Get you some breakfast tacos right now at every El Pato restaurant. Check out the big special. It is the 2 chicken or cheese enchiladas, the rice and bean, the big fat fajita taco, the big pato, big fajita pato. Everything made fresh. And it's the drink, too. It's all that I mentioned, plus the drink, and amazing. $9.99 at every El Pato restaurant. Your 710 KURV exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Man, if you like today, you're going to love the week. Chihuahua's up to 105, 106 highs today and the entire week. No relief whatsoever, not even cloud cover. Oof. We're going to be sizzling all week long. That is a 710 KURV heat alerts presented by Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. As hot as the kitchen is in North McAllen, where they got that wonderful breakfast place right now. And lunch as well. Best burgers, and put some bacon on there, sizzling like bacon today. So Thank you, Lee's Pharmacy, for the heads up. So stay hydrated. Check on family and friends who are vulnerable as far as this heat. The Border Bridge wait times, it's busy this morning for Cameron County. It is a 2-hour wait at the Gateway Bridge. I mean, what's going on over there? 20, 30 minutes at B&M and Veterans at last check. And for Hidalgo County, the Hidalgo Bridge reported about 30-minute wait time. Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. This is the Valley's Morning News for a Monday. And we invite you to business news and a check of the world coming up next on the Valley's Morning News. You need the equipment to get the job done. That would be Kubota equipment. If that job is something on the farm, over at the lease, some of your ranch land that you have, Kubota equipment is waiting for you at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo. And everything I'm about to mention here as far as the financing deals and some of the savings available to you, KubotaUSA.com is the website. JP and Jeff waiting for you because you could be driving away with a wonderful Kubota tractor, for example, the Kubota LO2 series tractor. 0% financing available at Amigo Power Equipment. You can also save up to $4,000. Everything I mentioned, go to KubotaUSA.com, get the information. The special financing at 0% or the savings of up to $4,000 on the Kubota LO2 series available now through September 30th. Whatever you have planned for your land, get it done with Kubota and all the attachments. And, of course, you always have the dealer support at Amigo Power Equipment. For Kubota, Amigo Power on Monte Cristo, Edinburgh. And it's warm across the area, 80, 81 degrees. Nasty hot. 105 today, tomorrow, the entire week it seems, so be careful out there. This is the Valley's Morning News. We got Fox News coming up next on 710 KURV. I encourage you to make a call to Culligan. These are the folks that provide better water, pure and simple. The Culligan water purification system, for example, the one that Deli and I have at the house. We've had it for years. Love that system. And I know you're going to love the convenience of never being forced to leave the house to go buy water. No matter what's taking place outside, you don't have to leave the house. You get to stay home, open up that little spout, and drink. And don't forget to connect it to the ice box. Get those clear, perfect ice cubes, purified water ice cubes from Culligan. For your office, for your home, you never have to worry about microplastics in the water. I know that's an issue. I got some pretty close friends that several of them that are very concerned when it comes to microplastics. And yes, they do have the Culligan water purification system. So get yours today. It's only $35 a month. It gets to stay home. You don't have to worry about bottled water. Whether you have water, you will always have water, no matter what's taking place outside. Hurricane, or let's say it's 110 degrees. Just stay home. Call Culligan. Culligan, for only $35 a month, you have your own water purification system at 956-399-1780. Call Culligan. It's the Pulse of the 956. It is News Talk 710 KURV, the Valley's Morning News for a Monday. And the forecast is just awful. 105 today, and for the foreseeable future, 105, 106. Just nasty hot. That's a heat alert for the area, so stay hydrated. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. The Edinburg School District will need a bit more time to find a permanent superintendent. Edinburg CISD Board of Trustees will need a second round of interviews after failing to name a finalist for superintendent. They met this past Saturday. No decision on that. And Adel Felix will continue serving as interim superintendent. And on social media, our neighbor, SpaceX founder Elon Musk, saying Starship 14, the big feature on that one, will likely be catching the rocket. They're going to try to catch that rocket at that tower at Starbase next go around. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We invite you to join us at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app. Top real estate team in this entire region. That is the Ryan and Brian real estate team. And on this day, if you're considering new employment, I have a suggestion for you. How about real estate? Perhaps you've considered real estate, but yes, I know you no sabes papas. You don't have no idea how to get started, what to do. I do. Call Brian Reed. He's my amigo. Brian Reed has the most successful real estate team in this entire region, and he would like to meet you and teach you the ropes, show you, everything when it comes to real estate. You're good at what you do, you love what you do, but man, you've been wanting to expand your network and reach and earnings potential. Well, real estate in the Valley, the way things are growing right now in the economy, real estate at a premium, homes at a premium. Yeah, that's a good money-making decision for you as a career. Try real estate and learn real estate with Brian Reed. I'm going to give you his personal number, so get a pencil or something to write the number down here in just a little bit. If you are a real estate agent looking to grow your business, or as I said, you're not yet licensed and you want to learn real estate, Brian Reed, my friend Brian Reed, will teach you and bring you into the Ryan and Brian real estate team. Here's the number to call him, 956-307-4544, or visit ryanandbrian.com and click on the career tab.